The week just flew by, didn't it? We're back again. I just want to remind everybody who's a little bummed out because it's February and it's been snowy and rainy and this and that. There is a holiday on February 21st. A lot of people forget about President's Day, but let that be the light at the end of the tunnel that we call February, aka Black History Month. As I mentioned earlier, this is gonna be an episode of My Diet is Better Than Yours, following through on my words for a change. You know, it's weird because in real life, if I say something, I'm gonna do it. But I've gotten in this bad habit when it comes to this of being like, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna watch a whole season of that. And then we don't. And for that, I apologize. I'm better than that, and so are you. Now then, this episode is going to be season 1, episode 7. For some reason, the show is amazing. I watched it when it was like first coming out. And for some reason, they will not put the whole thing up on anything. Like, it's an ABC show, I believe. Why is it on ABC? Why is it on Hulu, which owns ABC? Because it's Disney. And it just doesn't make any sense. So if you Google it, you find mostly short little clips, but there is one episode where they put the full thing up. I'm going to include the link everywhere I can in the description. I will put it in my Instagram story so that you can click on it, find it, but you can always just go to YouTube, search My Diet is Better Than Yours. This person's name appears to be Kenneth Carrier. It's from 5 years ago. It's got approximately 9.5 thousand views. It's 43 minutes, 28 seconds long. Let's do a countdown from 5. Take your time. Find it. We're going to enjoy this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And sadly, I have to rewind because apparently I have watched this not too long ago. The last time I watched it, I just left it like at the credits. Okay, now I'm starting from 0. Now, it's a shame that we didn't get to know these people better. The idea of this show is that there are several coaches. Each person in the competition has a coach that has a different diet plan than everybody else. Some of them, it's all about what they allow people to eat. Some of them, it's heavily based on workout, and then there's blends. This was kind of how I figured out, or I first heard about the caveman diet. Yeah, the wild diet that guy is talking about, which is, I'm going to oversimplify it, but people who just eat like chicken and rice. But somehow it just melts the pounds away. I do not understand the science of it, but it's true. Yeah, that guy, Kurt, he loses a ton of weight. And I kind of thought, oh, it's all about the show. But where I was working when this show came out, there is another dude who was there who was on the keto. Is it keto? No, it's not keto. Paleo is another word for the caveman diet. And I saw it melt pounds off of this dude, which he quickly put back on as soon as he stopped the diet. I wanted another season of this show so bad. I don't get it. I guess people just didn't watch. Now, you know, that lady is not going to do well on that. And I don't know if this is before or after she has an attitude adjustment. She's one of those people who doesn't like being told what to do. I don't think she's had an attitude adjustment yet. She and that white woman do not get along at all. And what's funny is, at certain points, you can tell that she would like to hit that white lady, but you're too fat. Like, if it came down to a fight, my money's on the white lady. When the going gets tough, I go to Chipotle. I mean, anybody showing up to work out with pearls on, you're not going to get a whole lot done.
Here we are. The last milestone challenge before the half marathon. This challenge is the toughest you've faced so far. So today we're going to be testing your speed, agility, stamina and endurance, and strength. You'll be challenged to move on all things in motion and tested for speed. This is a non-stop relay challenge. You have no rest periods. Today, you're taking it to the grid higher. You're going to start with 2 rounds of cone agility drills. Then you're going to move to a lateral ladder drill. Then you're going to push a tire over twice and then follow that with 3 burpees. Bear crawl 15 yards and then sprint back 30 yards. You're going to repeat that circuit 4 times. At the end of the 4th time, you're going to take a weighted sled and push it 30 yards across the finish line. Each weighted sled bears a sign with the reason why you gave that weight in the first place. I want you to push that excuse out of your life forever. You are never going to go back there. The first contestant
Take those fucking pearls off.
with their sled will win this competition. I turn around and see
Like, she couldn't. I don't care. It reminds me of seeing her with those pearls on, getting ready to do physical activity. Reminds me of when my little sister wanted to wear this pink, like, princess dress everywhere that she went. Hopefully, nobody really knows what I'm talking about because it seems like some shit out of a television show, but it's real. And my mom was allowing it for weeks, and I was like, why? Why are you doing this? She is not a princess. That dress looks ridiculous, and we're going in public.
great chance at winning this entire competition. In the gym, in the dojo, she is committed, she's disciplined, she's focused. She just has to stick to the meal plan. Her gluten-free, pescatarian, strong, safe, and sexy diet.
We're in this competition now!
Yes, yes, yes! Everyone is back in that!
First side flip! Come on, Tasha, you got this. Way to go, way to go, way to go, way to go!
The upper will definitely have disadvantage to me because I don't have the upper body strength. Where they may catch me is that they have that speed and I'm not good with running. But I have muscle.
Into the burpees! There we go! You got this, Jeff. Come on, show us your man.
Being able to push through this and win the damn challenge finally, I think will be a great present for today. As well as myself to prove, hey, you don't need Jay by your side the entire time to get through how grueling these next 7-8 weeks are going to be.
We're in the band calls now. That's right, Jasmine. Come on!
And then we're sprinting back. This is where you excel, girl. This is where you excel.
Jasmine, sprint it back. Jasmine's in the lead right now, ladies and gentlemen.
On the superfood squad diet, I've actually won 4 out of 6 challenges. I won the last one. I worked my butt off at home. I did sprints. I did burpees. So I feel pretty confident.
And to this lady's credit, it looks like she has on a wig, and it's rare that I see a white woman that looks like she's wearing a wig. But to her credit, she ended up losing a lot of weight. The white lady before this black lady. This black lady did not lose a lot of weight, as I think anybody could tell by watching her talk. You still got those fucking pearls on your neck? Back cleavage is damn near pornographic, isn't it? Get your eyes some.
Jasmine probably 4 or 5 seconds ahead. So it sounds like this was all about speed for the last time. So my goal is
When it comes to speed, I'd like to consider myself more like the hare. Oh, the hare was the fast one? I meant the tortoise.
I am so happy. I'm going out on top.
Maybe it's the highlights that just don't go with her face or her shape. I don't know what it is.
the last 5 or 6 years. I haven't stopped to take time for me. Fast forward to 6 weeks. That is
Got a good sweat going. How many shirts you got on? That thing must be a jillion thread count for us not to see any, like, sweat marks. I could never be one of these coaches because I have a tendency to give people offensive nicknames. Like Tubbs, I could see myself just calling somebody Chubbs without a thought. Like, come on, Tubbs, let's do this. Did you just call me Tubbs? I did. It's a term of endearment. Let's go.
There's no more excuse for being taken to sugar. I am 100% confident in the plan that I can do this the rest of my life. Stay strong.
I know about the rest of your life. I think saying you're going to do anything with the exception of like be married for the rest of your life is a bit too much to bite off or to chew on. I don't know how that expression's supposed to go. By the way, Nightmare Alley, and it was tough not to break my promise because Nightmare Alley, a movie that I reviewed back in December, I think, came out on Hulu and HBO Max on February 1st. I highly suggest you watch it. There is a good chance that we're going to go over it next week. And it's not just the pearls. It's the fact that she's also got on makeup and eyeshadow. I know that we've all probably seen somebody like that in the gym, though honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen somebody looking a bit too dressed up in the gym. I'll often go out of my way to show them I don't care what you think. One, because I'm married, but two, I will show up looking like Train Spotting. I don't match. I've got on like black socks that clearly shouldn't be in the gym.
Give up. Great job, everybody. I'll see you at the weigh.
Okay, so the cutout that they've done, which this is all just to get around YouTube's restrictions and copyright stuff, but the cutout that's around the image of this dude's face peeking up, like he looks like such a predator. Like that, if I'm a scared child and I'm terrified about being like raped by a stranger, that's my nightmare.
I think you're cheating on the competition.
God, your hair just, there is no good angle. With your big eyes, you are terrifying. Imagine being a Cheez-It. You're just one Cheez-It in a bowl, and you look up and that lady's getting ready to go to town. Terrifying. I mean, it's a stick figure, but what she's done with her hair, is red the only color you had? Because that's not your hair color, and your hair doesn't look like that at all.
I'm seeing old Jasmine and new Jasmine side by side. Pick one. And this one, same smiling girl, but you wrote true smile. Right. Was that not true? No, I was miserable. I mean, you can't think all of those things about yourself.
I mean, you do have a lot of chins. And are you pregnant? There was a woman standing in front of me, and I'm glad that I didn't give her my seat. I shouldn't have gotten to that part first. She's like right in front of me, and I was looking down playing with my phone on the train. I look up, and it looks like she's pregnant. But she wasn't like making angry eye contact, which pregnant women tend to do when you don't offer them a seat. And I sat there debating. I was like, do I ask if she'd like my seat? Because I don't want to give it up unless you're pregnant. And then I just keep staring at her stomach, and I'm like, it was really cold outside. It could just be that she has a scarf wrapped down and zipped up in her coat, and that's exactly what it was. I was so glad when I figured it out. I was like, whew, I almost stood up for you.
It's not sustainable long term, but we know we can do it. When you look back to the way that humans used to eat, we weren't eating 3 to 6 square meals in a day. We were eating when we broke down cans at night, and we're essentially built for fast.
I find your facial hair offensive. His facial hair just looks weird, but his hair also looks like a mat. His facial hair looks like the dude who's trying to bang your 10-year-old sister when you're both 16, and you're like, what are you looking at my 10-year-old sister for, you creep? That's what his facial hair says to me. And the only man that I like with a butt chin is Tom Brady.
burning fat the majority of the day
Which, moment of silence for his retirement.
when you're eating a bigger meal later in the day.
And it's kind of funny, you can actually feel fuller on less food. Weird. Never thought that would happen.
There are a lot of big food companies who have a vested interest in telling you to be hungry all the time. They're getting a lot more money that way. One of the most profitable meals there is for big food is breakfast because it's cheap grains loaded up with sugar. So if you can stay away from that stuff, especially in
$2.7 billion of cereal. I ask you, when's the last time you had some? My wife's the only person I know who actually eats cereal. You guys out there snacking on good stuff, and I hope that you're not eating Lucky Charms. I hope you're having like an adult cereal like Cheerios.
So Jeff, we're going into our last week. You're so mentally focused, you have a different mindset. I just want to sit down.
Hey Jeff, can I call you Uncle Fester?
Upcoming week. You know what? I'm going here first. This week I have a big surprise planned for Jeff. And you're gonna say you're nuts.
We're gonna eat a white pizza
As you can see, this is not a coffee shop.
or get a tattoo.
Fitness shop. Your diet plan is all about behavioral change. So I brought you here today to make that commitment for real.
Wait, you're getting eat?
You're getting it too. Jay's crazy.
No, I'm not.
35 pounds in 7 weeks?
That tells you
Unless he's just got a whole lot of tattoos and one more doesn't matter, I would be like, that's a pleasant thought. I'm more of a temporary tattoo guy.
Jay squared. Jeff again. It's make a heavenly commitment. Okay? So whenever he's eating, walking, running, pick it up and wipe his brow, he wants to give up in life, he knows that I'm right there next to him the whole way.
And we're gonna put it somewhere that shows with a short sleeve shirt on.
Number one, I want this shirt.
Like, well, you know, I work in an office. I'd like not to have ink on with my polo.
Two symbolizes his second chance in life. That's fantastic. He's made a commitment to himself that he wants a longer, better
God, I would have loved it. Like, you wait till after the first guy does it, and then you're like, I don't think it's for me. What? Yeah, but I just did it. Maybe you can turn it into a butterfly or something. I'm not doing it. And his is way bigger.
It's me on his hand. If he can get out of his own way, which he's doing, he will win.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Coming up, the contestants are pushed past their limits and hit their breaking point.
Yeah, this is definitely where they have a problem. Yeah, white lady's like, I don't like you either. If you didn't know.
The key to success on the nutrient timing plan is excellent nutrients spread throughout the day and
Did that lady walk up with a big gulp?
I give in to clients when they've reached a certain degree of badassness as a badge of honor. Here we go. For the past couple weeks, Latasha has been working hard in the gym, but I know she's got a little more to give. That's what the pandemic has taught me.
Another day. Again, she has on mascara, a whole bunch of makeup.
Only the serious of the serious clients get to earn a banana.
Like, what is wrong with you? Who hurt you that you think that you need to put on this much makeup in order to just be? I'll forgive that wig.
Just get stronger and stronger.
So in order to get my bandana, there's a kettlebell standing in my way,
Yeah.
a huge tire,
Right here, right here.
some ropes on a tree, 8, 9, and 2 medicine balls I have to find in the woods and then bring them back.
And dump it in. Nice. One more. Bring it home here, right?
I'm sore. I'm tired. I ain't out.
Watching women running. It's a fun song for creeps because generally if you're watching women running, you're watching like either their ass or their breasts sway, but just the saying it out loud brings a smile to my face, and it's such a creep thing.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh my god.
We're gonna do it again.
Latasha finishes her first round in 6:18. Solid number, but I'm leaving at the end of the week, and Latasha's going to be in command of the nutrient timing plan. I need to know that she can push her own limits. Let's go.
No, she can't push her own limits unless we're talking about the buffet.
And week 1.
She's allowed herself to get pretty fucking fat. I always think back to this dude Tyler Sonicson. When we first started telling jokes, like, goddamn, it was like 20 years ago now. He had this great joke, and this lady reminds me of it, where a girlfriend turned to him and asked, would he be with her if she were 500 pounds? And he said no. And all the women in the crowd go, what? And he's like, because that means that she didn't listen to me at 300 pounds. She didn't listen to me at 400 pounds. So I always like that joke.
Look at you. So today,
Oh, here we go.
yellow belt, which is the next step on your journey to black belt in Hapkido.
I'm not sure if I'm ready to take the yellow belt test today because I don't feel like I've been doing it very long and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to perform.
Like, I don't know if that would be disrespectful to people with yellow belts giving me one because I don't know anything.
Go, which is warrior spirit. Are you giving it your 100%, your all? Fighting position, and 1, 2, and switch. Taj has really adapted well to the strong, safe, and sexy plan by eating a pescatarian and gluten-free diet. But before I leave, I want her to really embrace the entire philosophy of martial arts, not just the kicking and punching that she loves.
The discipline.
A big part of martial arts training is mental and emotional training. Face forward and 1. Good. 2. I think when Taj earns her yellow belt, she'll have a new sense of confidence and self-esteem that she can
I mean, that sounds nice, but you're not dealing with a nice person.
21. 2. No stopping. You got it. You got it. Keep going. Keep going. Can I get some water? Nope. It's a test.
You didn't have to think about it. Can I have some water? Nope.
So when I say ready, you're in ready position. Keep going.
I keep going through the tiredness and the fatigue because I'm thinking at any moment she's going to say, okay, we're done.
Well, that's what working out is, though. You keep going through the tired and the pain.
You got this.
I always think back to this wall in basic training.
Good work.
Just had pain is temporary on it.
Set a test.
And it's true.
In low plank on your elbows.
At this point, a plank is like cruel and unusual punishment.
Butt down.
I'm tired. I haven't had a break. I haven't had any water. I'm having an internal struggle, and right now the fatigue is beginning to win.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, and then she quit and turned into a child.
Taj, don't give up now.
Get your ass on the ground.
Butt down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you did it.
She didn't have her butt down, unless her ass is just that huge, but I don't think it was.
You are now a yellow belt in Hapkido. Congratulations, ma'am. Can you bow? And you're a yellow belt. So why don't you go ahead and take this off and put on your new yellow belt? Do you feel the difference from day 1 to now?
No, I'm still tired.
Taj seems completely disconnected from the whole thing. She's not even looking at me in the eyes. I don't know what went wrong, but her body language is telling me she's aloof and could care less. So you don't feel all the work that you put into it and the strength that you gained and your endurance that has gotten better.
I'm more tired. When I say I'm tired, I'm not just talking about physically. I mean mentally. I want to just shut down, shut off, stop talking, stop listening. I just need to.
But that's a very childish way to be, and you look like you're in your 30s.
Is that what I'm getting?
If you think that's what it is, I think I'm tired.
Yeah, I'll be like, go ahead and give me the belt back with your sassy attitude.
Tired and then she quits. She asked for a trainer to push her past her limits to not take her crap. And this is exactly what I'm doing. This is exactly what I'm giving her. So what's the problem now? We've been over this 100 times.
What do you want to bitch about now?
Sick of it. I get that you're tired. That's what we do when we get stronger. We push ourselves to the limit, we get tired, and then we keep moving forward. That's it. That's the lesson here.
I'm sorry I'm not like your other clients. But I'm not going to apologize for being tough. That I won't do. Are we done?
We are done.
That's right.
We're done.
Get the fuck out of here before I kick you in the throat. Which, all the more reason why I'm not on the show, because I would not tolerate that. And why are you taking this woman here? Do you see how much makeup she has on? You could run your finger down the side of her face and you would have a whole cake.
Pamper herself in ways that don't cost her pounds in this weight loss competition.
I love the idea of choosing this as a reward because this would always stay body.
Love that. I love doing that. Yes,
Come on, man, move.
Oh, okay. I like this.
Let's go. It's amazing to reflect back just in that short amount of time how much things have changed. I don't crave ice cream. I don't crave chicken wings. I don't crave french fries. I don't know that I've ever felt like this.
You don't crave French fries? I don't believe you. Because if I was a cameraman, you would just see a bowl of French fries slide in front of him slowly, and then I would just watch him sweat.
at this point because I was just very displeased with Jennifer right now. I get that you're tired.
I don't like you either.
And I'm quite honestly sick of it. I'm cool with the strong, safe, and sexy plan, but my relationship with Jennifer is struggling. She doesn't give a crap about my limits. She doesn't care what my comfort zone is because
Ooh, and if I'm remembering this right, which is why it really sucks that they don't have this shit available. Because if I'm remembering right, the black girl abandons that woman's diet and goes over to somebody else, I think. I think that they do a flip-flop. A swap, not a flip-flop.
we made you a superfood swap meal. Yes. I'm so touched that they went out of their way to prepare a meal that they knew was on my plan. Tossed green salad, chicken unparmesan, and zucchini wedges. That's awesome. Before we met you, there would have been no salad. There would have been chicken parm, but it would have been breaded and fried. Definitely no zucchini wedges.
It would have been probably on a bed of noodles.
And extra cheese. So really, this is a meal that you can honestly say.
What are we talking about? You eating zoodles?
Jasmine over the past 7 weeks is on this table. I mean, I could not be more excited that my teaching is really like infiltrated the whole family. I am so proud of them. Dawn, we have learned so much. I mean, like,
I'm eating salads now. I never thought I'd see the day.
we could just start with the medical things that have changed in me. I mean, my sugar's perfect, my cholesterol is perfect, my blood pressure is perfect. So, I mean,
Your blood pressure is perfect. Wow. I disagree with almost everything in that statement, unless a doctor wants to come up and
it's my life.
give a thumbs up like, no, she's telling the truth. She's actually incredibly healthy.
You've changed more than just her. I'm down about 35 pounds. You've changed us all.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I knew that there should be some trickle down, like, oh, Jasmine gets healthy and so does her husband, you know, but the family is healthier. They eat together. They have a stronger family bond because of this. This is beyond just teaching someone carrot fries and gravy fries recipes. You know, this is like
That little girl had a wine in a glass.
super swap.
She didn't, but it would be funny to me if they were having something really nice going on and then somebody's like, wait a second, is that little girl getting hammered?
Plus for taste. I give the superfood swap diet.
I also want to remind you, as the Super Bowl approaches, that televisions go on sale. It's one of the best times to buy one. In my life, I generally buy them Black Friday or right before the Super Bowl.
Confidence that he never really wins anything.
And you should too.
Expecting to win this competition, he wasn't really expecting any challenges or any weigh-ins. But
Is it just me or are TVs getting more expensive? I'm trying for the next one not to be a TCL, even though I've had TCLs for years. Love them. But I would like to go with like a Samsung or maybe even an LG. But I am not going to spend over $1,000. It just feels like a robbery.
Alright guys, this was the last week with your expert. And we're gonna find out which plan proved to be the most successful this week and which plan did not. Latasha and Rob, please step up to the scale.
If I'm at the top of the leaderboard this week, it would mean everything.
Well, you're definitely not at the top of the leaderboard with all that makeup on your face to every fucking physical activity.
Your body fat percentage is 49.
If I lost anything physical to a woman wearing that much makeup while she was doing something, I think I would jump off a building.
7% of your body fat. Way to go. That's great. Latasha, please step on to the scale.
And the scale screamed, and that's when I knew she had issues.
I think force is following.
Yeah, she looks about 219.
And I'm losing every week.
And 4 pounds is cool, but I mean, I guess if she lost 4 pounds a week for a year, that would be substantial.
Nothing left to give.
But I don't see her pushing herself.
You can handle this stuff on your own. Jeff and Jay, please step up to the scale. your body fat percentage was at 44.2%. Since being on the no diet plan, you've lost 8.4% of your overall body fat. Please step onto the scale.
Okay, that dude does have a lot of tattoos, because I was like, why would you just get a J2 and not be able to get buried in a cemetery if you're Jewish?
40 pounds in 7 weeks is an incredible feat. Jeff has changed his mindset. Jeff is a totally different man. Jasmine and Dawn, please step up to the scale.
This is the last time I'm going to step on that scale with Dawn by my side. So
I guess maybe there were only 8 episodes, because then I think they go home for an episode and they spend like weeks or months at home before they all come back and see who actually had the best diet.
This competition, your body mass index was 35.7. That is in the obese range.
yes, thank you for sharing that with
Sorry.
everyone. I appreciate that.
Well, I'm guessing she's a really short woman, because her gut is crazy. She must be like only 5'2" or something.
And you are officially out of the obese category.
And throw away those pants. Like, I should be able to see your belly button, and I can't.
I feel like I'm going out on a high note. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be first, but 5 pounds is amazing.
What's crazy is that woman almost won the competition. I won't tell you who won. If you're really curious, you can easily find out if you Google it.
And she's married for a wedding ring.
Kurt and Abel, please step up to the scale.
Matter of fact, when you had to look up this video, if you chose to search it on YouTube,
Looks like you're getting a little nervous.
you kind of can't help but notice who won.
You always second guess yourself. You know, I've known this week I ate what I was supposed to eat. I made
Oh shit, no. I'm wrong. I was thinking somebody else won, but that person did not.
You know, we don't really count calories.
You can still see who won if you search.
Between 8 to 1,100 a day. I'm eating such good quality food, such high protein. I don't need to eat all day. I don't need to eat these huge portions. You know, yesterday I had a couple bites of a natural hot dog and I had 2 shrimps for dinner. That was it.
Jeff, what?
That is not a dinner. 2 bites of a hot dog and a couple of shrimp.
Truthfully, I love Kurt, but I think they're cheating to win the competition.
I mean, starving yourself, kind of. It made me think of last night.
About that. It's about the fact that we're supposed to come together with all these great plans to show America that, hey, there are other sustainable diets to do to get better health. Starving yourself is not one of them.
You're cheating. You're cheating. So yesterday I made this like pasta dish and it had shrimp in it. My wife's looking in the bowl. All she can see is the angel hair pasta. And she turns and she was like, how much shrimp did you put in here? And I was like, oh, there's a pound of shrimp in there. She goes, oh, okay, good. I can have more than a couple of pieces. I was like, oh, yeah, you just got to dig and find them all.
I am not starving myself. If I was going to be unhealthy, I wouldn't do this. I've got 6 grandchildren, but I want to lose weight as quick as I can. He's tailored his diet plan to suit me. My calories are going to bump up. There's no way I can do 6, 8 miles on 1,100 calories a day.
Our bodies are meant to function burning fat for long periods of time without food if we need to.
You saw me at lunch. I ate
Thanks. Let me just
1
say,
piece of chicken.
you had exactly the same lunch except he ate pumpkin pie.
He had a bite of pumpkin pie, yes.
He's starving himself. Cheater. Cheater.
Contestants to try the wild diet because they're going to be eating better food that tastes better. They're going to probably be getting faster results than they're getting on their current plans. And right now, I just think they're a little bit jealous.
They're mad because I'm winning. And they hate us because they ain't us.
At the end of the day, it's about how healthy you are. Your blood pressure and blood sugar have remained normal. You've lost 7 inches around your waist.
Yeah, he was a big dude. And he's tall.
Body fat percentage was 51.8%.
You were mostly gelatin.
Your body fat percentage is 29.4%.
Yeah, he knocked out quite a bit. Where's it all going?
Step on to the scale.
I love that that fat dude is still mad. Like, he's cheating. He's a cheater. Okay, we can hear you back there. He's a cheater. I said it. I'll keep saying it. That's right. 2 bites of hot dog and a couple of shrimp.
And no matter what anybody else
You can make the pounds fall off too. I have started cutting my inner thigh just to watch the blood trickle, but I think that's unrelated to my new diet.
You lost 7 pounds. That's 2.32% of your overall body weight. Amazing job. Taj,
Jasmine should feel proud that she somehow beat that guy, but she's been eating. And here is the odd couple.
I made an executive decision yesterday and I went off my diet.
Why did you choose to go off of your diet?
I had an exchange with Jennifer that left me feeling not positive. I tested Taj for her yellow belt in Hapkido. Just at the very, very end, something switched. There was a shutdown. There was attitude right as I was presenting her with her yellow belt. And that's all I know.
And if I can speak honestly, I would like to kick her in the face.
I said I was tired because I was. And the response that I got was something to the effect of, I'm paraphrasing, I'm tired of hearing how tired you are. Da, 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 da. We could have stopped the conversation right there. We had nothing else to say to each other.
This plan is about being strong. I'm going to specifically.
Mentally and physically.
Right. So, why would one situation break you like that?
Oh, I'm not broken.
But you quit.
I'm demonstrating strength in this moment.
Okay.
Because strength and independence. Because I appreciate everything that Jennifer has done thus far. But her services are no longer required. I have enough to carry me through. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, it's never about her. It's always about me.
So,
Your whole life is only about you. Correct. Yeah, I know. I get that. I totally get it. Everyone around you, and I'm no different. You live in a bubble, and nobody else is affected by your energy. The whole journey that I'm on right now, I can't deal with somebody else's emotional stuff. I got my own stuff to deal with.
so
Is your stuff spilling over onto someone else?
sexy plan is to let someone come in your life and help push you to new heights. But you're saying that you don't need that. So explain that a
Not
little
that I
more.
don't need that. I don't need her.
What could you have done differently to not be in this situation?
Stay with your life.
Oh, that's right. She left somebody to go to her.
And it would have taken longer to get where I
So,
am.
is it everybody? Is it the trainer's fault? Or is she just a horrible person?
Yes.
You hearing that, do you feel like you gave it your all to help Taj on the strong, safe, and sexy plan?
Absolutely.
So why didn't it work for her?
The thought process just gets shut down, but that requires a lot
I think she's a complete and total bitch. Can I say that on ABC?
Sorry, did you just call me crazy? Because that's exactly what she just implied. Did I hear that correctly?
So listen,
No.
No.
We're not
I've been to therapy before, so
Sure.
it's not.
She just personally said that I'm crazy. I'm sorry. She implied it by what she just said. Don't backtrack. Own up to it. Own it. Because that's what you said.
Do you want to clarify what you said?
No. This woman needs therapy.
That way she can always be right. And if you live your life like that, you can never develop real relationships, real bonds, real trust. And that's why I really feel bad for her.
In this kind of situation, because you are the master of the strong, safe, and sexy plan, how do you bring somebody back to make sure that they
I let her go gain all the weight she wants and get type 2 diabetes.
trust and believe that they are taking
I'm fine with this woman losing a leg.
Has to want that, Sean. So when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. No, a good teacher can teach any student. Or lack thereof.
Taj, you switched plans, which means you are not allowed to switch plans anymore. So in order to step on this scale today, to continue in the competition, you must continue.
Now, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that this lady quits because she is a bitch.
But if you decide that you do not want to continue, you have to leave the competition.
No.
All right, well, I'm out.
No. Okay.
Taj,
Easy makeup face.
it's up to you. Would you like to continue the competition and get on the scale, or would you like to walk out the door?
They have to put the whole show on. You saw Kelly Ripa was one of the producers, getting her money the nice way. And we'll never know. We'll never know what she decided because someone decided that this show should never be watched in its entirety ever again. Monsters. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. It's got big people losing weight. We saw somebody scream out somebody else was cheating, and then that black girl is enough entertainment for everything, right? One day I'll find it. One day. Oh, you can give me a little preview of next week? I like it. A preview that we'll never get to finish. This is literally, well, not literally, figuratively, a hand job for the eyes.
No diet plan does not focus on food.
Pescatarian. It's also gluten-free.
It's all about specific nutrients in specific amounts at specific times.
It's about taking your cravings.
Now that's how big the little woman started. But her gut was always calling our attention. Look at me.
There must be a lot of clothes that you don't fit into. I have them in a box. Why would you need them?
I could go back to how I used to be.
While Taj faced challenges of her own.
While I'm here, I cannot have alcohol on the strong, safe, and sexy plan.
Well, I figured you were leaving, so we could toast to that. Are you staying? Because that would really disappoint me.
Delivered a twist that left everyone shocked. This coming week is the last week with your experts. It's game time. Right now, you are about to prove to yourself and your expert if you really are prepared to be on your own for the next 7 weeks. You will have to eat right, and the other side of that is you will have to train right. How are you going to do when the going gets tough? How's it going to
It took me a second. I was like, isn't this the episode we just finished watching? But they probably only have one field. They can't be making new, like, track and fields for every episode.
With that new lifestyle.
This is the home stretch. I'm confident that Latasha understands the foundation of nutrient timing in terms of
She's still wearing pearls. I don't think she understands anything that you've tried to tell this woman, man.
Latasha's relationship to exercise and pushing beyond our limits.
Here we are. The last
She had her jewelry. Not just the pearls. I noticed she's also rocking a really big wedding ring. And it's like, okay, and now we're going to be climbing a rope. None of the things that you're wearing you need for that.
stamina and endurance and strength. You will be challenged to move on all planes of motion and tested for speed. This is a non-stop relay challenge. You have no rest.
Now, who don't you see? Oh, actually, no. I do see the black woman with the pink hair. Ugh.
We're gonna start with
She's bad to the senses.
called agility drills. Then you're gonna move to a lateral ladder drill. Then
Right? I wish they had shown the black girl with all the makeup on that ladder drill. Because I know she was moving in 1,000 different directions.
bear crawl 15 yards and then sprint back 30 yards. You're gonna repeat that circuit 4 times. At the end of the 4th time, you're gonna take a weighted sled and push it 30 yards across the finish line.
I swear, we just watched that.
Weighted sled, there's a sign.
Or am I insane? We did. So they stuck the preview for this episode
Push that excuse.
behind this. I'm sure that that was a mistake of some kind.
Never gonna go back there.
Because one says, like, no sugar or something like that.
30 yards
Right?
their sled will win this competition.
I turn around and see my excuse staring at me. This is what happens when you're a mom and you're a wife. Now I have to push back, and that's no longer going to be my excuse. I'm going to be a better me, so I can be a better mom and wife.
On your marks! Get set! Go!
And the penguins are off. Yeah. Doing all that shit in pearls. You are ridiculous.
That I can do this without her. Failure is not an option today.
Taj is going for it.
Taj still has a great chance at winning this entire competition. In the gym, in the
Nah. Just because you say things doesn't make them true.
Will be your last week with your experts.
Though I'll give Taj credit. At least her belly button shows. And some of those other women do not appear to have a belly button.
5 top diet experts are up to prove that they have the answer. They're putting their reputations on the line, and their plans to the ultimate test to find out
The no diet plan. We just do hard work. Help me throw this refrigerator across a lawn.
And I'm walking onto the field. I see these obstacle courses lined out on the field, and I already know it is going to be a long challenge.
You got that right, Pinky. Which feels disrespectful to the porn star Pinky, who is far more attractive than that woman. And if you know the porn star I'm talking about, she's not that attractive.
I'm not gonna let that get me down. I truly believe that this plan that I chose it really fits me, and the point is I'm still losing.
All right, contestants.
Because your attitude sucks and your worth ethic is shit. Well, that was My Diet is Better Than Yours. We'll be back. It'll either be Nightmare Alley or something even juicier. By the way, there's a new episode of The Wall finally up. I don't know how they're deciding when to release episodes. It's like they film 4 and then decide to release them only after a holiday every quarter. Very strange. All right, talk to you guys later. Pieces.